I'm very sorry if my lashes look a bit weird. Trying to put falsies on over the top of a lash lift is literally an extreme sport, and this is as good as we're gonna get today. I'm so sorry. But here we are for a very sad day. This is Pantasy finale. It is not coming back next year. This is it. This is the end of the road, the end of an era. Before we get into it, I want to say the biggest thank you to Ali, who was the creator of this project. It has been amazing doing this project for the past few years, but all good things must come to an end, and today is that end. I've been saying for a few months now that I do want to take a step back from project panning, and Ali has also said to me personally that this project is ending. It is not coming back from her end as well, not just from my end, from her end. So yeah, this is it. This is the finale. I do have a really, really good set of updates for you guys today, but at the same time, I am very excited almost to let this one go. I've been saying, like I said before, I just want to relax a little bit when it comes to my makeup. I don't want to have to project pan and focus on everything really, really hard, because that's taking the joy away from me. But just before we do jump into this video, if you have not already, like and subscribe. It would mean the world to me. Even though This Is Pantasy is leaving this channel, it does not mean that this channel is going to be without project pans. I do so many project pans and reviews and get ready with me's and all that kind of stuff. So if that sounds like a good time to you, then definitely stick around. I'm trying to hit 5,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and I really think that we can do it. We are edging closer and closer every single day, and it just makes me smile so much. So thank you all for your continued support, and let's jump in to the video. I just think my lashes look ridiculous today. They're like proper sticking up and it's bothering me. I should have thought of this before I did my lash lift. But anyway, we're gonna have to deal with it for a few weeks. I'm sorry. All right, so let's start with the worst product, the just worst product. This was rolled in last month, and if you remember last month's update, you're not going to be surprised. If you've been on this channel for a while, you're not going to be surprised. This is the Modern Renaissance Franken blush, and it was rolled in for the Prompt Chimera, which was a Franken product. This is a product with red ochre, Venetian red, and Love Letter in here. I had to think about that then. They are all products from my Pan That palette, and I thought, you know what, I'll make them all into a blush to try and get use on them, and so I don't have to use them as eyeshadows. This is what it looks like today. We've actually added product to this, which is not the point of a project pan, but I've only used it one time and added 2 eyeshadows into it. So yeah, the opposite of what we want. I did do a video recently which was frankening some bits and bobs in my makeup collection, and I decided that I was gonna add my red ochre and Love Letter, there we go, I got there in the end, red ochre and Love Letter into this one as well, because I don't want to wear pink eyeshadow. I don't want to wear it, I don't like it. So I thought, you know what, I'm putting it in here because I'm not going to force myself to hate pan products that I just don't want to use. So yeah, we've used it one time and added a bunch of products. So of course we've gained weight. Last month this weighed 23.23 grams, and this month it weighs 23.92 grams, meaning we have added 0.69 grams. Not the best, of course, not the best. But even when I rolled this in, I was like, am I actually going to use it? I don't think so. I've been so bad at using this recently, and it's mainly because I am using so many other blushes right now. I have 2 blushes in my Pan That Face palette. I have, what else do I have? A Project 10 Uses blush. I have a Rolling Project Pan blush. I have a blush in my deck of panning, and now I have this as well. It's just way too much, so I'm really glad that this is going to be rolling out today, just like everything else, because it is indeed a finale. You know what, for good measure, let's just put some on now. So I feel like my blush today is a little bit subtle, especially with this eye look. So you know what, we've used it twice. It's a really nice shade. I do like the shade, but I just don't reach for it. Here we go. We've used it twice. I'm not mad at it, it's fine. I know that I will get use on it eventually when I really do try and focus on it, but right now blush is like running my life. I wake up and think about blush. I go to bed and think about blush. It is not in a good way. It's stressing me out. So unfortunately, very, very poor use on this, but do keep an eye out because this is definitely going to be coming back very, very soon. This is hopefully going to be finished next year. It will be in my rolling project pan, and with that done, that will mean that my Modern Renaissance is completely done, and I cannot wait for that. All right, let's talk about something with a little bit better use. So next I am going to talk about this. This is my SheGlam Chromazone eyeshadow palette, and this was for the prompt Basilisk, and that was a dark matte eyeshadow. I decided I was going to work on the taupe on the bottom row next to the blue and next to the black, and I thought it would be a really, really nice brow shade. This is what it looks like today. As you can see, I have indeed hit pan on this, which is so exciting. I love it when I hit pan, and let me tell you, this was so much harder than I originally thought it was going to be. We have a baby pan. Oh my gosh, this took so long. I remember saying this blue took no time at all to hit pan on, so I just thought that this would also be super, super easy. It was not. It was not. This month I have used it 17 times for a total of 30 uses to just hit pan. I don't understand how this blue was so easy and then this taupe was so hard. I know that this blue was a shimmer, so it's like more malleable and things like that, but oh my gosh. Wow, that was a lot. I am wearing it in my brows today for one last time, and I'm very, very happy with the progress. I really cut it fine. But finally we hit pan, and I'm really, really happy about that. I am also working on this inner corner shade in another project pan as well, so hopefully I can have 3 pans in this palette very, very soon. So last month this weighed 91.81 grams, and this month it weighs 91.66 grams, meaning in the past month we have lost 0.15 grams, which I think is absolutely amazing for an eyeshadow palette. I have been dipping into a few other shades as and when I need. This black I've used a few times as just a liner, things like that. But still, that is a lot of product lost for just an eyeshadow palette. I'm really, really proud of myself for that. And I'm happy that if we were continuing on, would have one rollout, which is amazing. I'm still absolutely baffled at how long this took, but we're gonna move on. Next is a product that, again, we really cut it fine, and we have not completed this goal, unfortunately, but I've made a little bit of progress. This is my main squeeze palette from Colourpop, and this was for the prompt A Vampire, and that was a blood red product. So of course, vampire, blood red, main squeeze, red, you know? It just felt right to roll this in, and I've had a really good time with this. This is what it looks like today. My goal was no pan left behind, and unfortunately I've only used 3 of the shades in the past 2 months, and all 3 of those shades are used on my eyes today. I knew that I was filming this today, and I was like, you know what, I have to do at least one shade. You know, I've got to do something because having 0 use on this for 2 months is ridiculous. So of course, this is the look that I'm going to talk to you guys about today. The lashes, are they actually that different, or am I just seeing things? I don't know. I think I'll find out whenever I edit this back. But I started with red bottoms on the outer corner. I blended that out with Big Gulp, which is this more orangey tone red. And then I put Baywatch on the outer corner. And then all the way through the inner part of the lid, I actually put a shade in my Pan Those eyeshadows. It's from the P. Louise Stack 'Em Up palette. And I think they went really, really well. I think that like blue is quite subtle, and it also has a little bit of like a yellowiness to it, so it went really, really well with this palette. I do like this palette, but reds scare me quite a lot, and I think that's the reason why I just have not been using this. I know that I like reds, but they're never a shade that I think, yeah, I'm gonna wear red today. I don't know, it's just something that I've never really got over. It's just scary to me, but I love this look. This look is so cute, and I need to wear reds more. That was why I rolled it into this project, to try and get uses on reds, but it didn't work very well, clearly. So I didn't weigh that because, of course, it's just no pan left behind. We're not going to be able to lose any weight, so let's move on. That would not have been rolling out today, unfortunately. Let's move on to another product. So this prompt was Centaur, and that was a duo product. And for this prompt, I decided to roll in this. This is my Makeup Revolution Contour Duo, and it is the Chocolate Contour Palette. And I decided to just put a 10 use goal on this because I was working on quite a few bronzers and I was a little bit overwhelmed. But I really, really love this product. I really fell in love with it over the past few months, and I have not been using the highlight because I really don't like that one. I have been using the bronzer primarily, and this is what it looks like today. I'm hoping you're going to be able to see quite a lot of use on this because I've had to stop myself from reaching for this. This is so pigmented, so beautiful, and I've absolutely loved playing with it over the past few months. So like I said, I only had a 10 use goal, but I actually ended up using it 12 times because I just kept using it. I kept forgetting that this was not in a project anymore, and I just kept using it because I really, really like it. And I'm hoping you're going to be able to see there is definitely some disturbance in this pan now, which makes me so happy, and I'm really, really loving it. This thing, no, this highlight is like thick and dense and just horrible. This bronzer is just so nice though. So this month I have used it 8 times for a total of 12 uses over our 10 use goal, which is absolutely amazing. Now let's talk about some weight loss, and this is amazing as well. I don't know if I fully trust this, but let me know what you think down below. So last month this weighed 61.84 grams, and this month it weighs 61.43 grams, meaning apparently in the past month we have lost 0.41 grams, which is a lot. That's a lot, nearly half a gram for 12 uses. And I didn't use that much because this is pigmented, like I could not use that much. So I don't know, I think it's telling a bit of a porky pie there. But I don't know. I'm really happy that I have got use on this because this was one of those products that was just in the back of my drawers for the longest time, unused, unloved. And now I've finally dabbled in it. I've got my claws in it and I really, really love it. So I think I'll be using this a lot more now that I've got some use on it. And if we were carrying on, this would also be rolling out today. So we have one more product left to talk about, and I'm actually so excited about this one. This is like an unexpected goal hit. This prompt was the prompt Golem, and that was a product that rescues you, and I decided to roll in this. This is my Revolution Conceal and Hydrate Concealer, and of course, if you have acne or if you look tired, this will rescue you. It will cover that up perfectly. And my goal for this was 50 uses, and I've had this in for a few months now. This is what it looks like today. You're probably not going to be able to see any product change at all, but this is actually nearly an empty. This weighs nothing, and it's so light, and I can't even open it. There we go. I take this out, and can you see how dry that is? There is barely any product left in here. I'm looking down. Can't really see much at all. I have used this 19 times for a total of 47 uses in the project, so we're only a few uses off that 50 use goal, which I think is a win in itself. I'm okay with like losing that one because we're like 3 uses away, but I really think that I can finish this month, which is great news. I always love finishing concealers, but it's also a little bit scary because I feel like I don't have that many concealers in my collection to begin with, but I'm really impressed by this. I think if I carried on for like the end of this month, this will be gone. So I'm really excited. I was not expecting to have this as an empty at all. I was expecting to use it 50 times and then roll it out and then roll something else in, but it's so light, it's crazy, and I'm so motivated now to use this up. So last month this weighed 24.80 grams, and this month it weighs 23.90 grams, meaning we have lost 0.9 grams of this, which is amazing. I do find that liquid products do go a lot faster than powder products, so I'm not too surprised at that. But I am surprised that it's nearly gone completely. Like, that is crazy. So I think this has been a really good update. There have been a few things that are a little bit like, a little bit of a miss. But for the finale, I think this is a really good place to stop. And I'm going to be putting this project back on the shelf and reminiscing about it. I've just loved this project so much, and Ali's been a wonderful friend to me, and I don't know, it's like the end of an era. It's so strange to say that this is not coming back. It's not coming back next year. I'm not going to be updating this next month. And it's just weird. Let me know your favorite Pantasy moment down below. What is something that sticks out in your memory? If you are doing Pantasy, let me know how you feel about this ending. But with that being said, this is it. This is where I'm going to love you and leave you today, guys. I hope you had an incredible day, and I will see you tomorrow for a brand new video. Bye bye.